India is under threat. The most aggressive fighters on Earth are gathering on its northern borders. The Macedonians. They want India for their growing empire. Few have withstood their attacks, but one Indian kingdom has a secret weapon.
You cannot understand the history of the Indian subcontinent unless you understand the history of the elephant. Indian societies, cultures, states, civilization would not exist if not for the elephant.
Sacred and revered, elephants are worshipped as gods. But can the Indians unleash this animal's dark side to protect their land?
These enormous creatures are capable of such gentleness. But they're also, when provoked, capable of absolutely terrifying acts of destruction.
Elephants seem perfectly designed for war, capable of charging the enemy, breaking their ranks, and instilling terror. They are put to the test in a battle on the banks of the Hydaspes River in modern-day Punjab. 200 elephants lead the charge, petrifying the battle-hardened Macedonians. But the advantage doesn't last long. Poor training and inadequate armor mean many of the elephants suffer crippling injuries. Frightened and in pain, they go berserk, trampling their own soldiers. Defeat swiftly follows. This leaves the Indians with a challenge. They need a new way to unlock the elephant's destructive potential.
These are highly intelligent, highly sensitive, very social animals. You can't treat them like a chariot. You need to treat them like elite warriors, like nobles, like kings even. All of them needs to be trained in unique ways. All of them have different preferences in terms of the kind of food that they might want to eat. And these animals consume hundreds of kilograms of food a day.
The key is training. Both elephants and riders must learn the art of war.
They were taught how to attack dummies. They were taught to charge on command, move on the battlefield, attack in particular ways. And they invested in this in an absolutely massive way. The elephants were possibly the single biggest item of expenditure for the army. But there was a clear sense that even though an elephant takes a lot of money to upkeep, they more than make up for it with their enormous capabilities on the battlefield.
But training alone isn't enough. To become effective weapons, the elephants also need protection.
As time goes on, we begin to see depictions of elephants wearing armor of overlapping plates. That would have allowed them a great deal of flexibility and maneuverability in combat, as well as providing protection from projectiles, from slashing weapons, as well as piercing weapons like spears. We also begin to see that they're provided with infantry escorts and cavalry guards to ensure that their advance to and retreat from the battlefield is better covered.
The last piece in the jigsaw is a turret on the elephant's back. From these, archers can safely rain down arrows on the enemy. India's super weapon is complete and about to prove its worth. In 322 BCE, a new Indian power, the Morian Empire, is on the rise.
The Mauryas assembled a force of elephants that numbered at least 1,000, if not more, perhaps the single largest elephant army the world had ever seen. And it becomes fundamental to their success as an ancient power.
The vast Morian elephant army makes them almost invincible. Over the next 90 years, they conquer an empire which stretches from modern-day Bangladesh in the east to Pakistan in the west.